The accident that changed everything. I swear I didn't mean for any of it to happen. One second I was walking down the hallway minding my own business, and the next I felt two hands shove me forward. "Move it, Aiden," Jay shouted behind me. I stumbled, tried to catch myself, but Nolan's laugh threw off my balance even more. Before I could understand what was happening, my face crashed into someone. No, not someone, her. My lips pressed against Mira Kuroki's. For one horrible second, everything stopped. My brain froze. My heart froze. Even the air felt frozen. I pushed myself back so fast I nearly fell again. "What? I didn't?" I stuttered, heat burning my face. Mira didn't move. She just stared at me. Her dark eyes locked on mine like she was peeling back every layer of thought I had ever tried to hide. Jay burst out laughing. "Dude, you kissed the psycho." Nolan slapped his locker, wheezing. "Bro, you're dead. She's gonna skin you alive." I tried to speak again. "Mira, I'm sorry. I swear I didn't." She stepped closer. "Why are you apologizing?" she asked. Her voice was quiet, calm, too calm. Made my stomach twist. "It was an accident," I said. "They shoved me. I didn't mean to." "You kissed me," she said. "It was an accident," I repeated, softer this time. She tilted her head. "Does an accident make your heart race like that?" "It what?" "No, it's not." I swallowed hard. "Can you just forget it happened?" She didn't blink. "No." Jay laughed louder. "Dude, she's gonna follow you home." Myra's eyes slid toward him. Jay instantly shut up, the color draining from his face. I whispered, "Please just let it go. People are staring." "Let them stare," she said. "Mira," I took a shaky breath. "You're making this worse." Her hand suddenly wrapped around my wrist. Her fingers were cold, but her grip was steady. "Look at me," she said. "I am looking at you." "Good. Then listen too." I wanted to pull away, but my body wouldn't respond. My heartbeat felt too loud, too fast, too exposed. She leaned in slightly, her eyes flicking down to my lips for just a second before meeting mine again. "You're mine now." My chest tightened so hard I forgot how to breathe. "What? No. I didn't agree to that." "You don't need to. That's not how anything works." "It is now," she said. Jay whispered behind me, "Bro, she's insane." Mira didn't even look at him. She only watched me. "Say it meant nothing," she said. "It meant nothing," I replied instantly. Her expression didn't change, but something in her eyes dimmed. "You're lying." "I'm not." "You are," she said softly. "You felt it." "I didn't," I lied again. "You did," she whispered. I pulled my wrist a little. "Can you please let go?" She held it a second longer, then released me slowly. "Fine. For now." "For now?" I echoed. "We'll talk later." "No, we won't." "Yes," she said, "we will." The bell rang loud and sharp. Everyone started moving, but I couldn't. Mira stepped beside me, so close our shoulders nearly touched. "I'll see you soon," she said. "I really don't think you will." She smiled at that, small, strange, unsettling. "You will." Then she walked away. Not rushed. Not embarrassed. Not even confused. She walked like she had claimed something and was giving me time to accept it. Jay slapped my back again. "Bro, you're doomed." Nolan shook his head. "He's done for. She's gonna claim his soul." Their jokes barely registered. All I could think about was her voice. "You're mine now." Those words clung to my skin like cold water. I touched my wrist where she'd held me. It still tingled. I tried to walk to class, but every step felt like I was dragging a weight inside my chest. My thoughts kept spiraling. What did she mean? Why did she say it like a promise? Why did she look at me like, "Dude, you okay?" someone asked, but I ignored them. When I finally reached class, Liv leaned toward me immediately. "Why do you look like you just saw a demon?" I forced my voice steady. "Nothing happened." "Liar," she whispered. "Your face is pale." "Mira happened," I muttered under my breath. Liv stiffened. "What did she do to you?" "Nothing," I said. "It was an accident." "What kind of accident?" I fell. I swallowed hard. "On her." Liv's eyes widened. "You kissed her?" "I didn't mean to," I said. "But she thinks, I don't know what she thinks." Liv grabbed my arm. "Aiden, she's dangerous." "I don't know that," I said, but the words sounded weak. Liv's voice dropped. "Stay away from her." I stared at the desk, unable to breathe right. "I don't think she'll let me." "She starts following me?" I tried to pretend the kiss meant nothing, but my body wouldn't let me forget. Every time I turned a corner the next morning, I half expected Mira to be there. I kept telling myself I was being dramatic. But then I opened my locker and nearly jumped out of my skin. She was standing 3 lockers down, staring at me. "Why are you looking at me like that?" I whispered. "I'm not," she said, even though she clearly was. "You literally are. I'm making sure you're okay." "I'm fine," I said, shutting my locker hard. "You don't have to do that." She tilted her head. "I do." "No, you really don't." I said I do. I sighed and walked away, hoping she would stay put, but her footsteps followed a moment later. I didn't look back. I didn't want to see her expression because I knew it would make my chest tighten again. At lunch, I sat with Liv, trying to act normal. She kept glancing behind me. "Aiden," she whispered, "why is Mira staring at your head?" I froze and slowly turned. Mira sat alone at a corner table, her eyes locked on me like she was taking measurements. I turned back fast. "I don't know. She's doing that now." "Doing what? Being creepy?" "Following me," I muttered. Liv leaned closer. "Did you talk to her?" I tried. "She doesn't listen." Liv lowered her voice. "You need to be careful. She's not normal." I hated how that sounded, but I didn't argue. My hands kept shaking and Liv noticed. "Hey," she said, "you're safe." "I don't think she wants to hurt me," I said, even though I wasn't sure. "I just don't know what she wants." When school ended, I went straight to my part-time job at the bookstore. I relaxed the moment I walked inside, until I looked out the window. Mira was standing across the street. Just standing, facing the store, looking straight at me. My coworker Mark nudged me. "Dude, you okay?" "Yeah," I said too fast. "Totally fine." "You look like you saw an ex." "She's not, we're not, it's complicated." "Want me to go talk to her?" "No." I said louder than I meant. "I mean, no. Please don't." He raised a brow. "Whatever you say, man." I kept glancing outside every few minutes. She didn't move an inch. It was like she was guarding the door. When my shift ended, I tried to sneak out the back, but she was already there, waiting beside the dumpster like she knew exactly where I'd go. I froze. "Mira, why are you doing this?" "I told you," she said quietly. "I'm protecting you." "From what? Trash cans?" "From people who don't see you." I blinked. "What does that even mean?" "You're easy to overlook," she said. "People don't hear you." "I do." "That doesn't mean you have to follow me everywhere." "I'm not following you." Her eyes softened. "I'm staying close." "That's the same thing." "For you," she whispered, "I don't mind." I rubbed my face. "Mira, I barely know you." "You know me more than anyone," she said. "That's not true." "It will be." I didn't know what to say. Her voice wasn't threatening. It was almost gentle. But that made it worse. I could handle anger. I didn't know how to handle devotion. "Please go home," I said. "Just for today." She stared at me for a long moment, then nodded once. "If it makes you breathe easier." "It does," I whispered. "Then I'll go," she said. "But I'm not leaving you." "Mira, I'll see you tomorrow." She walked away slowly, like she wasn't sure I would stay standing if she left too quickly. That night I couldn't eat. I couldn't even sit still. Every shadow outside the window made me jump. When Mom came home, she took one look at me and frowned. "What's wrong?" she asked. "Nothing." "You're shaking." "I'm just tired." She sat beside me. "Did something happen at school?" I swallowed. "It's complicated." "Try me." I looked at my hands. "Someone keeps watching me." Mom froze. "Aiden, is this person threatening you?" "No," I said quickly. "Not threatening. Just close. Too close." "Do I need to call the school?" "No. Please don't. That'll make it worse." Mom touched my shoulder. "You're scared." "I don't know what I am," I whispered. She pulled me into a hug. "You're not alone, okay?" But that was the problem. For the first time, I didn't feel alone at all. I felt seen, too seen. And I didn't know if that terrified me or comforted me. The first warning. I knew the day would get worse the moment Jay opened his mouth that morning. I was at my locker trying to pretend yesterday never happened when he walked up smirking. "Hey lover boy," he said, "kiss any psychos today?" Nolan laughed so loud the hallway echoed. I felt my stomach twist, but I forced myself to ignore them. "Drop it," I muttered, hoping they would. They didn't. Jay leaned closer. "Come on, man. Tell us how it felt." "Cold. Weird. Did she taste like murder?" I slammed my locker shut. I said drop it. Nolan nudged him. "He's scared, dude." "I'm not scared," I snapped even though I was. Jay grinned. "Sure you're not." I walked away fast, but their laughter kept crawling under my skin. All morning I tried convincing myself it didn't matter. But then Coach Harris made an announcement near the cafeteria doors. "Jay's in the nurse's office. Found behind the gym. If anyone knows what happened, report it." My heart sank. Nolan whispered, "He slipped, right?" His voice shook. People murmured around us. No one believed the slipped story. When I saw Jay later, his face was swollen and he couldn't meet my eyes. "What happened?" I asked. He muttered, "I fell." But his trembling hand said otherwise. "I didn't push. I didn't need to." Something inside me already knew. Then Mira walked past us. She didn't look at Jay. She didn't smile at him. She looked at me. A slow, soft curve of her lips, calm, almost gentle. Jay flinched so hard his chair scraped the floor. My heartbeat went wild. I waited until she disappeared around the corner before whispering, "What did she do?" Jay didn't answer. He didn't need to. I found her near the stairwell later, standing perfectly still like she'd been waiting. "Did you touch him?" I asked. She looked at my face like she was studying every angle. "Why do you care?" she whispered. "Because he's hurt," I said. "People get hurt when they laugh at you," she replied. My throat tightened. "Mira, you can't just decide that." She stepped closer. "No one is allowed to laugh at you." Hearing those words felt like ice crawling up my spine. "I didn't ask you to do anything." "I know," she said. "You don't have to ask." "But I don't want anyone hurt because of me," I said. She tilted her head. "Then why didn't you defend yourself?" "Because it was stupid. It wasn't worth a fight." "It was worth something," she whispered. I took a breath. "Mira, you can't keep doing this. Whatever this is." She reached out but didn't touch me. "Why do you push away the first person who actually cares about you?" The words hit harder than I expected. I looked at her, really looked at her. For the first time, I saw something behind the coldness, something lonely, fragile, almost breaking. "You don't even know me," I whispered. "I know enough," she said. "I know how you look when you pretend you're fine. I know how you shrink when people laugh at you. I know how you hold your breath when someone says your name." I swallowed. "You shouldn't know those things." "But I do," she whispered. "And I care." I felt guilt twist in my chest, mixing with fear. "Mira, this isn't normal." She stepped back, her eyes dimming. "Maybe not. But it's real." I didn't know what to say. She looked wounded but still determined. "Just don't hurt anyone else," I said softly. She nodded once. "If they stay away from you, I won't touch them." "That's not how it works." "It's how it works for me." She walked past me then, silent, steady, unbothered. But something in her eyes stayed with me, something cold and sad at the same time. And for the first time, I wondered if I had broken something inside her, or awakened it. I stood there alone, unsure whether to chase after her or run in the opposite direction. My chest felt heavy, full of questions I didn't want answers to. I whispered to myself, "What did I start?" But deep down, I already knew it wasn't something I could stop. Her past starts to unravel. I couldn't stop thinking about what Mira said the day before. Her voice kept echoing in my head no matter how many times I tried to shove it away. By lunch, my nerves were so tangled that Liv raised an eyebrow the second I sat down. "You look like you didn't sleep," she said. "I didn't," I muttered. "Mira? Who else?" Liv leaned closer. "Aiden, you need to know something. People talk about her for a reason." "I know the rumors." "No," she whispered. "You know the light ones. Not the real ones." My stomach tightened. "What real ones?" Liv hesitated, then sighed. "Her dad was violent. Like, really violent. There was a fire. Their house burned down. Some people say he tried to." "Stop," I said, feeling something twist in my chest. "You don't know that. I'm telling you what people say." "Exactly. Rumors." "But the hospital thing is real," Liv said quietly. "She was there for months." I didn't know what to do with that information. I didn't want to believe any of it, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to know the truth either. Later in English class, Mr. Rowan waved me over. "Walk with me," he said. I followed him into the hallway, already exhausted. "You've been acting off lately," he said. "Is it because of Mira?" Yeah. He nodded like he expected that. "She's complicated. That's one word for it. She's not dangerous the way students say," he continued. "But she's had a difficult life. Too much loss. Too much pressure. People like her cling to the few things that make them feel safe. And I'm that?" He sighed. "It appears so." I dragged my hands through my hair. What am I supposed to do? Be honest with her, he said. She's stronger than you think. When I left school, I found Mira waiting by the gate, leaning against the metal bars, staring at the ground. She looked almost nervous. You waited for me? I asked. She nodded. I wanted to see you. I exhaled. Mira, people say things about your past. She didn't react. They always do. Are they true? Does it matter? It does to me. She looked up slowly, her eyes darker than usual. Do you think I'm a monster? She whispered. No, I said too fast. I don't. She stepped closer. Then don't ask about things that hurt. Mira, I just want to understand you. No one ever wants that, she murmured. I felt something crack in her voice, something fragile she was trying hard to hide. She turned away like she wanted to leave, but I reached for her hand. Talk to me, I said. Please. She hesitated, then whispered, I don't have anyone. I never did. People watch me but no one sees me. Except you. My chest tightened. I shouldn't have felt sympathy, but I did. Mira? I know I'm strange, she said. But I'm not bad. I'm not what they say. I believe you. She blinked fast like she didn't know how to handle that. After a moment, she slipped her backpack off her shoulder and pulled out a small black journal. What's that? I asked. Something I made, she said softly. For myself. She handed it to me. When I opened it, I froze. Page after page, drawings of me. Some were gentle, almost warm. Others were intense. Me looking scared, me looking tired, me looking lost. She had captured expressions I didn't know she'd ever seen. Mira, why? You make my mind calm, she whispered. When I draw you, everything feels quiet. I didn't know what to say. Part of me was overwhelmed, unsettled. Another part felt strangely warm. I don't know how to respond to this, I admitted. You don't have to. Just don't push me away. She looked at me like she was asking for air. And for the first time, I realized I wasn't afraid of her in that moment. I was afraid of what I was starting to feel. The betrayal that breaks me. I knew something was wrong the moment Liv pulled me aside before first period. She looked tense, like she had been rehearsing something all morning. Aiden, we need to talk, she said. About what? Mira. My stomach dropped. What about her? Liv crossed her arms. She's following you. She's everywhere you go. That isn't normal. I know it's weird, I said, but she's not hurting me. Not yet, Liv muttered. Aiden, she waits for you outside your job. She watches you in the cafeteria. You don't even sleep right anymore. I sighed. Liv, I can handle it. No, you can't, she said sharply. You're scared. I see it. I'm not. You are. And she needs help. Real help. I looked away, frustrated because part of me knew she was right. Another part of me felt guilty even thinking it. You have to report her, Liv whispered. Before she does something you can't undo. She won't hurt me, I said. Liv leaned closer. Aiden, please. You don't have to get her in trouble. Just tell the counselor. Tell someone she's attached in a dangerous way. They'll help her. They'll help you. I rubbed my face. I don't want to betray her. You're not betraying her, Liv insisted. You're doing the right thing. My chest felt heavy. I don't know. Please, she said softly. You can't keep living like this. I didn't answer. I just walked with her to the counselor's office because I was too tired to fight anymore. When Miss Carter asked what was wrong, I froze. Liv spoke first. It's Mira Kuroki. She's been following him. Miss Carter looked at me. Is this true? I hesitated too long. Liv whispered, Aiden, say it. I finally nodded. Yeah, she follows me. Everywhere. Miss Carter wrote something down. We'll speak with her. I felt sick immediately. My chest tightened like something inside me was cracking. When they called Mira from class, I was still in the office. She walked in quietly, her eyes landing on me immediately. Aiden, she whispered. Miss Carter gestured for her to sit. Mira, we need to talk about your behavior toward Aiden. Her gaze didn't move from my face. I felt pinned by it. Miss Carter continued, he says you've been following him. Mira didn't speak. Liv stepped forward. He's scared of you. Myra's eyes finally broke from mine, moving to Liv with a look so cold Liv flinched. Then Mira turned back to me. You said you weren't afraid, she said softly. My throat tightened. Mira, You lied, she whispered. I didn't mean. You lied, she said again, her voice breaking slightly. I trusted you. Her eyes dimmed in a way that made my chest burn. She stood up slowly. Miss Carter said, "Mira, sit down." But Mira walked out without another word. I didn't move. I couldn't. Liv whispered, "You did the right thing." But my stomach felt like it was collapsing. That night, Mira didn't wait for me at the gate. She didn't stand outside the bookstore. She didn't appear behind corners or stare from across the cafeteria. She was gone. The next day, her seat in class was empty. And the next. And the next. By the third day, even Liv looked uneasy. "She'll show up eventually," she said. I didn't answer. I kept staring at the empty chair, wondering why the room felt wrong without her eyes on me. Mr. Rowan asked if I'd seen her outside of school. I said no. He frowned but didn't say anything else. By the fourth day, I felt sick every time I walked in. Something in me kept looking behind me even though I knew she wasn't there. Liv said, "You're obsessing. This is good. You got your space." But I didn't feel free. I felt hollow. That afternoon, I walked past the stairwell where she once waited for me, and for a moment, I imagined her standing there again, quiet, steady, watching me breathe. I whispered, "Where did you go?" No answer. Just the echo of my own guilt. The day everything falls apart. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into the main hallway. Teachers were whispering. Students were staring. There was a heaviness in the air that made my stomach twist. Then I heard it, Yuki's voice rising from the principal's office. "You let this happen," she cried. She trusted no one and now she's gone. Principal Hayes responded sharply, "She left school grounds on her own. We can't control." "You pushed her." Yuki snapped. "You called her in because of that boy. And now she's missing." My heart stopped. Missing. I pressed myself closer to the door, breath caught in my throat. Principal Hayes lowered his voice. "We're doing everything we can. But Mira has a history of running when she feels threatened. She ran because of him," Yuki said. "Because she trusted him. And he broke her." My knees almost buckled. I backed away from the door before they saw me, but my head was spinning. My chest felt like it was collapsing. She ran, because of me. I walked out of the school building without thinking. Liv saw me pass but didn't call my name. The world felt blurry, heavy, wrong. Outside, cold air hit my face but it didn't help. I kept hearing her voice in my head. "I trusted you." I whispered to myself, "Where would you go, Mira?" I started with the old library. She liked quiet places. Places where eyes couldn't reach her. I pushed open the creaky door and scanned the dusty aisles. "Mira?" My voice echoed. No answer. I checked the rooftops next. She liked high places. Places where she could watch without being seen. I climbed the stairs two at a time, panting as I pushed the door open. Empty. The bus stop was next. The one she sometimes waited at even when she didn't need a bus. I ran there so fast my lungs burned. Nothing. I leaned against the bench, gripping my hair. "Where did you go?" I whispered. Then I remembered the bridge. The one near the woods, where she once told me she went when she needed her mind to go quiet. My stomach dropped. I took off running. By the time I reached the bridge, my legs were shaking. I slowed down, catching my breath long enough to look under it. She was there. Sitting with her knees hugged to her chest, head down, fingers clenched tightly. "Mira," I breathed. She looked up, startled. Her eyes widened when she saw me, then she quickly stood and wiped at her face. "I'm leaving," she said. "You don't have to be here." I stepped forward. "Please don't walk away." "You already did," she whispered. She tried moving past me, but I reached out and grabbed her hand. She froze, her breathing uneven. "Mira," I said softly, "just talk to me." "There's nothing left to say." "There is. A lot." She shook her head hard. "I don't want to hear more lies." "I didn't lie," I said. "I just didn't know what to do." Her voice cracked. "You told them I was dangerous." "I didn't," I said quickly. "I said I was overwhelmed. That's all." "You shouldn't have told them anything," she whispered. "You should have come to me." I was scared. "Of me?" Her voice broke again. "No," I said. "Of losing control. Of messing everything up. Of hurting you without meaning to." She covered her face with her hands. "You already did." Hearing that tore something inside me. I pulled her gently closer. "Mira," I whispered, "I never wanted you to disappear." "I thought you hated me," she said. "I thought you wanted me gone." "I didn't," I said. "I just panicked. I made the wrong choice." She finally dropped her hands. Tears marked her cheeks. Seeing her like that felt like someone pressing a knife into my chest. "I trusted you," she whispered. "You were the only one I believed." My voice shook as I said, I know. And I screwed up. But I'm here now. She stared at me with disbelief and pain tangled together. Her fingers trembled in mine. I don't know what to do anymore, she said softly. Everything hurts. I know, I whispered. I'm sorry. She leaned forward slightly, not hugging me, just letting her forehead rest on my shoulder like she didn't have the strength to stand alone. For the first time she cried. And for the first time, I realized how deeply I cared, how much I hated seeing her broken, how much I wanted to undo everything I caused. I held her hand tighter. I'm not leaving, I said. Not again. Her darkness and mine. I didn't know how long we stayed under the bridge. It could have been minutes or hours. All I remember is Myra's breathing, shaky at first, then slowly settling as she leaned closer without actually touching me. When she finally pulled back, her eyes were red but calmer. She whispered, "Why did you come?" "Because I couldn't breathe knowing you were gone." She stared at me like she was trying to figure out if I meant it. "You didn't want me anymore." "That's not true," I said. "I was scared." "Of me?" she murmured. "No. Of needing you too much." She blinked in surprise. "Needing me?" "I didn't know how to handle the way you looked at me," I admitted. "Like I mattered." "You do," she whispered. We sat down again, this time facing each other. She pulled her knees to her chest. "You want to know why I followed you?" she asked quietly. "Yes. Because you made me feel safe." Her voice trembled. "No one has ever made me feel safe." I felt something heavy settle in my chest. "Mira?" She looked down at her fingers. "When I'm near you, my mind doesn't scream so much. I can think. I can breathe. I know it's strange, but I didn't want to lose that." "It's not strange," I said. "Just intense." She let out a small, broken laugh. "Everything about me is intense." "Yeah," I said, "but it's still you." She looked up again, eyes softer. "Why didn't you trust me?" "I didn't trust myself," I said. "I didn't trust that I wouldn't screw things up. And I did." She didn't deny it. She didn't have to. "I thought if I reported it," I continued, "someone would help you. Help us. Instead I made everything worse." "You hurt me," she whispered. "I know," I said. "And I'm sorry." She wrapped her arms around herself. "I don't break easily. But you broke me." I moved closer, slowly. "Let me fix it." She didn't pull away this time. She let her forehead rest lightly against mine. "Okay," she whispered. We stayed like that for a long moment, then she finally sat back. "We should go home." "I'll walk with you." She nodded. When we returned to school the next day, whispers exploded instantly. "They're back together? Is he insane? She's actually here? That girl should be in a hospital." Mira ignored all of it. I tried to, but some voices hit too hard. Jay spotted us in the hallway and smirked. "Back from the dead, psycho?" he said. Mira didn't react. She just looked at him with that blank expression she used to wear. Jay laughed. "Did he drag you back? Or did you crawl?" Something broke inside me. "Shut up," I said. Jay turned shocked. "What?" I said, "Shut up." He laughed again. "Relax, man." "No," I said. "You don't get to talk about her." The hallway went silent. Mira stared at me, confused. Jay looked like he didn't know whether to laugh or step back. "You're defending her now?" he asked. "Yes." Jay scoffed. "You're crazy." "Maybe," I said. "But at least I'm not a coward." The crowd murmured. Someone whispered, "Damn." Jay glared but backed off. Mira tugged my sleeve gently. "Why did you do that?" "Because I wanted to." Her eyes softened. "You finally see me?" I swallowed. "Yeah, I do." Liv caught up with me between classes. "What the hell was that?" "What?" I asked. "You defending her. After everything she did to you." "She didn't do everything you think she did," I said. "She stalked you." "She was scared," I said. "And hurting." "She's dangerous," Liv hissed. "No," I said calmly. "She's human." Liv stared at me like I'd betrayed her personally. "I don't know who you are anymore. Maybe I'm changing." "Well, I don't like this version," she snapped. Mira watched from down the hall, her expression unreadable. When Liv walked away angrily, Mira approached me slowly. "You didn't have to lose her," she whispered. "I didn't lose her," I said. She let herself walk out. Mira looked down. "You're different. So are you." Her fingers brushed mine, hesitant. "Is this okay?" she asked. "Yes," I said, letting my hand close around hers. She exhaled shakily, like she'd been holding her breath since the beginning. You really see me now, she whispered. And I'm not running this time, I said. She leaned into me slightly, not enough for anyone else to notice, but enough for me to feel it. You have darkness too, she said quietly. I can tell. Maybe, I said. But I'm learning to use it. With me? With you. She smiled, small, real, fragile. Good, she whispered. I don't want to be alone in mine. The breathless moment. I thought the day would be normal, or at least as normal as it could be with everything happening. But the second I stepped outside after school, I heard voices near the side gate. One sharp, mocking, familiar. Beh. And the other voice, quiet, steady but strained. Mira. I rushed toward the sound, heart pounding. Jay had her backed against the wall, leaning too close, smirking like he owned the world. So you're back, he said. What happened? Your boyfriend pull you out of whatever cave you were hiding in? Mira didn't react. Move, she said quietly. Jay laughed. Or what? You'll stare at me until I pass out? I stepped forward. Back off, Jay. He turned, surprised. Oh look, the hero arrives. I'm not joking, I said. Move. Relax, he sneered. I'm just talking to her. No, I said, stepping between them. You're trying to scare her. Jay scoffed. She deserves it. No, I said again louder. She doesn't. He rolled his eyes. You're pathetic, man. Maybe, I said, but I'm done letting you mess with her. Jay looked between us. Mira behind me standing solid in front of her. Something in his expression shifted, like he couldn't believe what he was seeing. Whatever, he muttered finally. You two deserve each other. Leave, I said. He did. Not quickly, but without another word. When he disappeared around the corner, I turned to Mira. She was staring at me like I'd just done something impossible. Are you okay? I asked. She didn't answer. She stepped closer slowly, like she wasn't sure if she was allowed to touch me. Then her hand rose to my face, fingers brushing my cheek so gently it barely felt real. Why did you come? She whispered. Because I care, I said. Her eyes widened slightly, then softened, like ice melting under warm light. You care, she repeated, almost like the words were fragile. I do, I said. I'm not running away again. Her breathing hitched. She stepped closer, close enough that I could feel the warmth of her breath. Her forehead touched mine, soft but full of emotion. Then don't leave me, she whispered. Her voice cracked on the last word. It broke something inside me. I'm not leaving, I said. Her eyes fluttered shut and she leaned into me even more, her hands trembling slightly. I raised mine and held her arms gently, steadying her. She whispered, I thought you didn't want me. I didn't know what I wanted, I admitted. But I know now. What do you know? She asked. That I want you here, I said. With me. She took a shaky breath. You mean it? Yes. She lifted her head a little, looking straight into my eyes. I don't want to lose you, she said. Not again. You won't, I whispered. Not unless you walk away. I won't, she said instantly. I won't ever. I felt a strange mix of fear and warmth inside me. Fear of how intense she was, warmth because I knew she wasn't faking a thing. She didn't know how to fake feelings. She whispered, You finally see me. I do, I said. And you still want to stay. I do. Her hands slipped from my face to my chest, resting lightly over my heartbeat. I can feel it, she whispered. It's real. Yeah, I murmured. It is. We stayed there, forehead to forehead, breathing in the same small space like the world had shrunk down to just the two of us. I felt her shaking ease slowly, like my closeness grounded her. She whispered, Is this okay? It's more than okay. Her lips pressed softly to my cheek, not a kiss, more like a promise. I closed my eyes, letting myself feel everything. The fear, the relief, the connection I'd been pushing away. I finally stopped fighting it. I finally let her in. She rested her head on my shoulder. Thank you, she whispered, for choosing me. I wrapped one arm around her gently. I think I've been choosing you for a while. She breathed out a soft, trembling laugh. Then don't stop. I won't. For the first time, neither of us felt alone. For the first time, the silence didn't feel heavy. It felt like breathing. A new kind of control. I didn't expect life to change so quickly, but it did. Slowly at first, then all at once in ways I couldn't ignore. After everything that happened under the bridge and at school, Mira agreed to see the counselor. She didn't want to at first, but when I asked her gently, she said yes. I'll do it, she whispered, if you're there when I come out. I will be, I said. After her sessions, she always walked toward me quietly, like she wasn't sure if I'd still be waiting. I always was. One afternoon she sat beside me on the courtyard bench and said, "She thinks I cling too much." "What do you think?" I asked. She looked down at her hands. "I think I don't want to lose you." "You won't," I said. She leaned her head on my shoulder. "I'm trying." "I know," I whispered. Things weren't perfect. Mira still had moments where her grip tightened a little too much, or where she stepped too close when someone talked to me, or where her voice sharpened at the tiniest threat. But I learned how to calm her without shutting her out. "Mira," I'd whisper, placing a hand on hers. "I'm okay." She would inhale slowly, then exhale like I'd pulled her out of a storm. "Sorry," she'd whisper. "I didn't mean to be like that." "You're fine," I'd say. "Just breathe with me." And she would. In return, she protected me in ways I didn't expect. When someone shoved me in the hallway, she was there before I could ask her not to. When Nolan tried making jokes about her again, she stepped between us and said nothing, just stared until he backed off. "It's okay," I told her afterward. "No," she whispered. "They don't get to hurt you. But you don't have to fight everyone." "I'm not fighting," she said. "I'm guarding." Somehow that made my chest tighten in a strangely warm way. Jay, on the other hand, didn't get away so easily. After everything he pulled, the school finally suspended him for bullying. When he saw me on his last day, he muttered, "You're lucky," but I didn't rise to it. I just watched him go. Liv cornered me a few days later. "Can we talk?" "Sure," I said, though it felt weird after everything. "I'm sorry," she said. "I shouldn't have pushed you so hard. I shouldn't have treated Mira like she was some monster." "She hurt me, Liv," I said. "But she wasn't trying to." Liv nodded weakly. "I know. I cared about you." "I know," I said. "And I'm grateful. But you chose her." "No," I said. "I chose myself. And she's part of that." She swallowed. "I guess that's fair." We didn't fight. We didn't cry. We just drifted a little, like two people who used to stand close but now had a quiet understanding between them. We weren't enemies. We just weren't what we used to be. Something inside me felt calmer after that. Over the next few weeks, I learned things about myself I never expected. I learned that my voice mattered when I used it. I learned that I didn't have to be afraid of confrontation. I learned that hiding my feelings didn't protect me, it only trapped me. Mira noticed the change too. "You're stronger," she whispered one day, tracing her fingers down my arm. "Maybe I'm just finally being honest with myself." "You're different," she murmured. "In a good way. So are you." She looked away shyly, something I didn't see often. "I'm trying to be better. For you." "You're being better for yourself," I corrected. "I'm just here." She took my hand. "I like you here." I squeezed her fingers. "I like being here." We weren't perfect. We weren't normal. We weren't easy. But we were real. Two broken people learning how to breathe again, together but without crushing each other. She didn't hold me as tightly anymore. And I didn't run from how deeply I cared. It wasn't control the way it used to be. It was something new, something balanced. A kind of control we shared, not one either of us forced. For the first time, it felt like we were building something instead of surviving something. I choose her. I didn't plan to go back to the bridge, but my feet carried me there anyway. Maybe because it was where everything broke, and where everything started to heal. The air was cool, the water quiet, the sky full of fading light. I sat under the old concrete arch and let myself breathe for a moment. Then I heard soft footsteps. Mira appeared slowly, like she wasn't sure if she was allowed to join me. She hesitated at the edge of the shadow before walking closer. "You came," she whispered. "I wanted to." She sat beside me, knees drawn up, the way she always did when she felt uncertain. For a minute, neither of us spoke. The quiet didn't feel heavy anymore, just real. She looked at my hands resting on my lap. "Are you okay today?" "I think so," I said. "Are you?" She shrugged gently. "Better when you're here." I smiled a little. "You always say that." "Because it's true." The wind moved her hair across her face. She tucked it behind her ear, then slowly leaned closer until her shoulder brushed mine. She didn't cling this time. She just rested there, like she finally understood she didn't have to grip hard to keep me from leaving. After a long moment, she whispered, "Do you ever think about how it started?" "All the time," I said. She let out a tiny breath. "The kiss." I laughed nervously. "Yeah, that." "It changed everything," she said softly. "It did." She finally lifted her head enough to look at me. "Can I tell you something?" "Of course." I wasn't angry when it happened, she whispered. Everyone said I should be. But all I felt was awake. Awake. Yes. Like someone finally saw me without turning away. I swallowed. I didn't see you at first. You do now. Yeah, I said. I do. She leaned her head against my shoulder again, lighter than ever. You breathe so softly, she whispered. I can hear your heart. I felt a warmth spread through my chest. Is that a good thing? Yes. It's calm. I turned slightly so I could see her face. Mira, you don't have to hold me too tight. Her breath trembled. I know. I'm not going anywhere. She closed her eyes like those words hit something deep inside her. You mean it? I mean it. She shifted closer, but not in the desperate way she used to. This time it was slow, almost shy. She placed her hand over mine, and I felt her fingers relax one by one. I used to think you'd disappear, she whispered. Like everyone else. I'm not everyone else. No, she said. You're not. I let myself sink into the silence for a moment. Then I said what had been sitting in my chest for weeks. I choose you, Mira. She froze, eyes widening, breath catching like she wasn't sure she heard me right. You choose me? Yes. Even after everything? Because of everything, I said. The fear, the mistakes, the way we learned to trust again. She covered her mouth with her hand, like she didn't know how to hold the emotion. When she finally lowered it, tears shimmered in her eyes, but for once they weren't from pain. She moved slowly, gently, resting her forehead against my chest. I thought you'd hate me forever, she whispered. I never hated you. You were scared. I still am sometimes, I admitted. But it's not a bad fear. It's the kind you feel when something matters. She breathed a shaky laugh. I matter? More than you think. She stayed like that for a long moment, breathing in sync with me. I felt the rise and fall of her chest, the way her fingers curled slightly against my side, the way her breathing steadied. I don't feel alone when you're here, she whispered. I don't either. She shifted just enough to look up at me. So, what happens now? We keep going, I said. Together. Together, she repeated, like she wanted to learn how the word felt on her tongue. I wrapped an arm around her and pulled her gently against me. She didn't tense. She melted into the touch like it was something she'd been waiting for her whole life. The sky dimmed, the water whispered under the bridge, and for the first time I didn't overthink anything. I breathed. She breathed. And neither of us felt alone.